Good afternoon, it's Dr. Gay. I'm talking about our specific protocol now for coronavirus 19. First of all, Cataplex D by standard process. It contains vitamin A as well and is very well balanced for your body's needs at this time. If you are already taking a high quality cod liver oil, then you don't need the Cataplex D. But if you're not, I highly recommend it. 2 only. Just 2, and do not increase it. It's not necessary. Cataplex F, the tablets. This is also from standard process. Cataplex F contains what your body needs to make strong, healthy, resilient cell walls that can resist viral intrusion. It also helps put calcium exactly where it needs to be. You probably didn't know that calcium is critical for your immune response, but if it can't get where it's supposed to be, it doesn't do anything. Calcium needs in part to be inside your white blood cells and your other cells, the ones that are being attacked by viruses. And the reason is because it's used in the cytoskeleton and it makes it firm, even though it's permeable and flexible. And it just helps it resist the viruses. It helps white blood cells move around. Without calcium, you don't have an immune system. And without Cataplex F type foods, or preferably right now the tablets to give you extra, you aren't able to utilize it, and you have that missing piece in your immunity. The dose is 3 a day. If you are deficient or you want to be extra, there's no problem with taking more. I usually start patients on 6 a day. If you start to get sick, I would ramp it up to 12 a day immediately. Take 3 or 4 at a time and just take it throughout the day. Okay, silver. Everybody's familiar with colloidal silver these days, and we have one at the office that I particularly like because it's a spray. I can spray it up my nose, which is where the viruses are going, and it just chases them right up there. I can spray it in my eyes. The virus has been shown to go into the eyes and replicate there and cause a problem. And I could also use it by mouth. Now, the interesting thing about silver for the eyes and for the nose is that the virus has been shown to enter into the nervous system that way in a minority of cases. So we're not just talking about a respiratory problem, but possibly a neurological problem. Loss of sense of smell would be one of the things that happens when you have this attack by the virus. It can even go deeper in the brain. Some of this is speculative. There's been things on the internet which I won't talk about, but I think it's important to kill those viruses before they get anywhere near our brains. So if I've been out and about and I've been exposed, I just have my silver in my pocket and right in the eyes, right up the nose. Okay, now my favorite herb, which I want every single person on, Scutellaria. The brand we use right now is by Supreme Nutrition. Scutellaria is a type of Chinese skullcap, and in studying this herb, I was so impressed. The way your body fights a virus and the way your virus fights your body is that the virus tries to confuse your immune system. In at least 6 different steps, it tries to confuse your immune system. At every single one of those steps, Chinese skullcap or Scutellaria will prevent that or deflect that from happening. So it just stops that virus in its tracks. If you were a clever criminal and you wanted to rob a bank, wouldn't it make sense that you would be calling in a fire alarm 2 miles away or a bomb threat around the corner, and all the first responders would run off in the wrong directions? Well, that's what the virus does, but Scutellaria keeps that under control and helps the first responders in your immune system go right back to where the virus is trying to rob your bank, so to speak. Okay, I do want to mention 2 other herbs. I'm not giving these just out to everybody just because, but they're very important and a lot of people are benefiting from them. The first one is called Elysium. It's also by Supreme. It is a special species of star anise. It's very easy to take, has a pleasant flavor if you need to make it into a tea for children. and it's an antiviral that works in the gut. Some people with the virus have had those distressing gastrointestinal symptoms like vomiting and diarrhea. This would be the one that would be crucial for them. Japanese knotweed is perhaps even more important because it's the one that has the most protective of neurological invasion by the virus. And as I was studying it, the one area where Scutellaria might have fallen down a little bit, Japanese knotweed was able to step up and protect your central nervous system from incursion by the virus. Personally, I am making a tea of these three and adding hot water and local honey, and in spite of the fact that they're Chinese herbs, they don't taste bad, and the whole family's drinking it. So that's what I recommend. Check below and we will have links if you would like to order any of these supplements or all of them. So what do you do if you actually get sick and you suspect it's the coronavirus 19? First of all, if you have all these things, this is what I want you to do. We have recommended a particular homeopathic called Burita Carb. It can be in 6C, 30C, or both. I'll have another video that explains why, but this is a fantastic remedy. If you have it, go take it. All right, then what do we do next? Desensitize and rebalance yourself. We have another video, look at it on my website, and it shows you what you can physically do to work on the areas of your body that is going to rebalance you and help you fight the virus. It's amazing. I am surprised how successful our patients have been at doing it to themselves. I'm very pleased because we can't work on everybody. In fact, right now we can't work on anybody. So desensitize yourself. Okay, number 3, you're going to take the supplements that you're already on and you're going to take higher doses. Not of Cataplex D, but if you're on Cataplex F tablets, ramp it up to 12 a day. Take 4 at a time, 3 times a day, and that's a minimum. You can take more. Take Scutellaria. The Scutellaria, we've had people on as low as 3 a day. You can ramp it up to 12 a day, no problem. You can also make tea of it. Hot herb teas for hydration and fever are crucial. It sounds like such a simple thing to do. Sometimes we overlook the obvious, but this is the step that's going to keep your body from moving into the dreaded cytokine storm. You're going to take the herb teas that you have. If you have our the ones that I mentioned that we're using specifically, Scutellaria, let's see, Elysium, Japanese knotweed. For some people, we have a marvelous one called Dan Shen, which is red root. And we have it, and there may be other sources out there. These are wonderful teas. You can take them in the capsule form, absolutely, but I highly recommend if you're sick enough where you don't feel good and you're going to go to bed, make yourself a big pot of tea. Just open the capsules and put it in there and pour that boiling water on, let it steep, add some local honey, breathe in the steam and start drinking that tea. It's going to help open you up, it's going to fight fever, it's going to take your pain levels down, you're going to feel better. And rest. Just rest. Your body is really busy. We don't know how to be sick anymore. People used to know if you're sick, you got to go rest. Why? Because your body is extremely busy working hard to make you well. It's making white blood cells and immune proteins and interferon and all kinds of things to go after the virus. All of that takes energy. You can't be out scooting around wasting energy when your body's using it all up inside. So you need to rest and stay hydrated and keep that positive attitude. You are going to get better. There's a reason why people succumb and a reason why they don't. Make sure that you won't succumb because you're taking care of yourself. So last of all, repeat. You'll need to repeat the Burita Carb twice a day. You'll need to desensitize yourself repeatedly. The first day you're sick, you might do it 4 or 5 times. That's okay. You'll see it on my video, how to do that. And you're going to keep pounding those supplements and hydrating with those herb teas, and you will be better. And finally, if you feel like you need help, call for it. Call for it. Remember, being sick with a virus will tend to change your attitude and your state of mind, and you might feel depressed and just isolated. Don't let that happen. That state of mind is not you. That's the virus. Call for help if you need it. I know you're going to be better, so hang in there.